Hello and welcome to Daily Beginner English.
Oh yes, would. That little word that seems simple but can mean so many different things.
Exactly. And if you've ever thought, I understand would when I hear it, but I never know when to use it myself, then this episode is definitely for you.
By the end of today's conversation, you're going to feel so much more confident using would naturally. We promise.
So grab a cup of coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let's learn together. And hey, if you enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your English learning friends.
All right, let's jump right in.
So Tom, I have a question for you. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose?
That's a tough one. I think I would choose somewhere near the ocean. Maybe Spain or Portugal?
Oh, that sounds amazing. I would love to live by the sea too. The sound of waves, the fresh air.
Yeah, and you know what? When I was younger, I would dream about living on a tropical island.
Really? That's so cool. Did you imagine yourself there?
All the time. I would imagine waking up, walking to the beach, and just spending my days in the sun.
That sounds so peaceful. Would you still want that now?
I think I would prefer somewhere with more culture and restaurants now. I've changed a bit.
See what we just did there, everyone. We used would so many times naturally. That's exactly what we're going to explore today.
Yes, and you probably noticed that would felt different in each sentence, right?
Exactly. Sometimes it was about imagination, sometimes about preferences, and sometimes about the past.
So let's break it all down and make would super clear and easy to use.
Okay, before we dive into all the uses, let's talk about the basic feeling of would.
The feeling? What do you mean?
Well, English isn't just about rules and grammar tables, right? It's about how words feel when you use them.
Oh, I see. So would has a certain feeling or vibe?
Exactly. And here's the key. Would almost always feels softer, more polite, and less certain than other words.
Less certain? How so?
Well, think about it. When you say, I will do it, that's strong and definite. But when you say, I would do it, there's something else there.
Like maybe a condition or imagination, or you're being more polite?
Yes, perfect. Would creates space in the sentence. It's not 100% direct.
So it's like softer English?
Exactly. Gentler, more polite, and often more thoughtful.
Wow, I never thought about it that way.
And here's something important. Would is connected to will, right? Will is present/future, and would is like the past version, or the imaginary version, or the polite version of will.
Okay, so they're related, but would is more flexible?
Bingo. Would is super flexible. It can talk about imagination, politeness, past perspectives, habits, and more.
This is already making so much more sense.
Great! Now let's explore each use one by one with tons of examples.
All right, let's start with the most practical use, being polite.
Yes, this is probably the most common way people use would in daily conversation.
So imagine you're at someone's house and you want some water. You could say, give me some water.
That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it?
Yeah, very direct. Or you could say, can you give me some water? That's better.
But if you want to sound really polite and natural, you say, would you mind giving me some water?
Or even simpler, would you get me some water, please?
Exactly. Would makes requests sound gentler and more respectful.
What about could you instead of would you?
Great question. Both work, but would feels slightly more formal and polite. Could is a bit more casual.
Got it. So for work emails or formal situations, would is perfect.
Absolutely. Like, would you be able to send me the report by Friday?
Would you mind reviewing this document?
Perfect. And here's another one. Offers.
Offers?
Yes. When you want to offer something to someone, would makes it sound warm and welcoming.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Instead of, do you want coffee? You say, would you like some coffee?
Oh, wow, that sounds so much nicer.
Right? It feels more hospitable, more caring.
Would you like to join us for dinner?
Would you like me to help you with that?
These sound so natural.
And here's a pro tip. Would you like is basically a polite version of do you want?
So instead of I want pizza, I should say I would like pizza?
Exactly. Especially in restaurants, shops, or formal situations.
I would like to order the salmon, please.
Perfect. You sound like a native speaker already.
This is so useful.
Okay, now let's talk about one of the most fun uses of would. Imagination.
Imagination? You mean like daydreaming?
Exactly. When you imagine situations that aren't real right now, you use would.
Ooh, give me an example.
Okay, so imagine you're stuck in traffic, tired and stressed. You think, if I had a private jet, I would fly everywhere.
That would be amazing.
See, you just used it. That would be amazing. Because it's not real. It's just imagination.
Ah, so would is for situations that don't exist yet or might never exist?
Exactly. These are called hypothetical or conditional sentences.
If I won the lottery, I would buy a huge house.
Perfect. If I spoke perfect English, I would travel the world confidently.
If I could fly, I would visit every country.
Yes. Notice the pattern? If plus past tense, subject plus would plus verb.
Wait, why past tense in the if part?
Great question. Even though we're talking about now or the future, we use past tense to show it's not real. It's called the unreal past.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Don't overthink it. Just remember, imaginary situations equals would.
If I had more time, I would learn Spanish.
If I were taller, I would play basketball.
Wait, if I were? Not if I was?
Technically, were is correct for hypothetical situations. But honestly, many native speakers say was too. Both are fine.
Oh, good.
But here's the key. Feel the imagination in these sentences. You're not talking about reality, you're dreaming.
I love this. It's like would opens the door to possibilities.
Exactly. And you can use it for wishes and dreams too.
Like what?
I would love to see the Northern Lights.
It would be incredible to meet my favorite author.
We would have so much fun if we traveled together.
These sound so natural and expressive.
Yes. Would is perfect for sharing dreams, wishes, and what-if moments.
All right, this next use is really interesting. Would for looking back at the past.
Looking back, what do you mean?
Well, sometimes would is used to talk about how you or someone else saw the future from a point in the past.
That sounds complicated.
It's easier than it sounds. Let me give you an example. Imagine your friend promised to call you yesterday. Today, you're remembering that promise. You say, he said he would call me.
Oh, so at that past moment, the call was in the future. But now I'm looking back at it?
Exactly. Would is like the past version of will.
She told me she would come to the party.
Perfect. They promised they would help us move.
What if the thing didn't happen?
Great question. You can show disappointment or surprise, like, he said he would call, but he didn't.
I thought it would be easy, but it was really hard.
Yes, and here's another one. I didn't know it would rain today.
Ah, so at some point in the past, I didn't realize the future would bring rain.
Exactly. You're getting it.
We hoped it would be sunny for our picnic.
I knew you would love this restaurant.
Ooh, this is so useful for storytelling.
Absolutely. When you're telling a story about the past, you often need to talk about what people thought, hoped, or expected would happen.
When I was younger, I thought I would become a famous singer.
My parents believed I would be a doctor.
See, it's all about perspective. Looking at the future from a past viewpoint.
And this is also how we do reported speech in English.
Reported speech?
Yes, when someone says something and later you report what they said, you often change will to would.
Can you show me?
Sure. Direct speech. I will help you tomorrow. Reported speech. He said he would help me tomorrow.
Oh, the will became would.
Exactly. I will arrive at 6 becomes, she said she would arrive at 6.
I will finish the project becomes, he told me he would finish the project.
Perfect. You're a natural.
This is making so much sense now. Okay, this next use is one of my absolute favorites because it's so emotional and nostalgic.
Ooh, which one?
Using would to talk about repeated actions in the past.
Like habits?
Exactly. But it's more than just habits. It's memories, stories, the feeling of the past.
Can you give an example?
Sure. When I was a child, I would play in the garden every afternoon.
Oh, that sounds so sweet and nostalgic.
Right? It's not just saying I played. It's saying I used to do this regularly and I remember it fondly.
So it's about repeated actions in the past?
Yes, and it has this beautiful storytelling quality to it.
My grandmother would bake cookies every Sunday.
We would stay up late talking during summer vacations.
Wait, isn't this the same as used to?
Great question. They're similar, but would is more about the emotion and repetition. Used to is just a fact.
What's the difference?
Okay, so I used to play outside is a simple statement. I would play outside every day after school paints a picture. You can almost see the memory.
Ah, so would is more vivid, more storytelling.
Exactly. Listen to this. My father would take us fishing every weekend. We would wake up at dawn, pack our lunches, and drive to the lake.
Wow, I can picture that whole scene.
That's the magic of would for past habits. It invites the listener into your memory.
During college, we would meet at the same cafe every Friday.
My best friend and I would talk on the phone for hours.
Can I use would for all past habits?
Almost. But there's one small rule. Would works best for repeated actions, not states.
States?
Yeah, like permanent situations. For example, you can't say, I would be tall when I was young, because being tall is a state, not an action.
Ah, so I would live in Tokyo doesn't work?
Right. For states, you'd use used to instead. I used to live in Tokyo.
But I would visit Tokyo every year works.
Perfect, because visiting is an action.
Got it. Would equals repeated actions. Used to equals states or habits.
Exactly. But remember, for storytelling and emotion, would is your best friend.
My dog would wait for me at the door every day after school.
Aw, that's so touching.
See? Would make stories come alive. All right, Lily, here's a use that many learners don't know about.
What is it?
Using would to express opinions, thoughts, and expectations in a softer way.
Softer? How?
Well, imagine someone asks your opinion about a new movie. You could say, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, that's straightforward.
But if you want to sound more thoughtful or less direct, you can say, I would think it's pretty good.
Oh, that sounds more humble?
Exactly. It's like saying, in my opinion, or I believe, but more subtle.
I would say that's a good idea.
Perfect. I would imagine he's quite busy right now.
What about expectations?
Great question. You can use would with expect, guess, or assume to share what you think without being too strong.
I would expect the meeting to last about an hour.
I wouldn't expect them to arrive before 7.
And the negative form works too?
Absolutely. I wouldn't say it's the best option. Sounds much more diplomatic than it's not the best option.
Wow, this is perfect for work situations.
Yes, or anytime you want to share your opinion without seeming pushy or arrogant.
I would guess there are about 50 people here.
I would think that's the right answer, but I'm not 100% sure.
This makes you sound so thoughtful and polite.
Exactly. It's gentle English, never aggressive or imposing.
I would imagine she's feeling nervous about the presentation.
I wouldn't expect the weather to change before evening.
I love this. It's like would create space for other people's opinions too.
Yes, you're not claiming to know everything. You're sharing your perspective humbly.
This is such sophisticated English. All right, let's talk about one of the most useful everyday expressions. Would love, would prefer, and would rather.
Oh yes, I hear these all the time.
Right? These are super common and super natural.
Let's start with would love.
Okay, so would love is for things you're really excited about or enthusiastic about.
I would love to join you for dinner.
We would love to visit Japan someday.
And in contractions?
Ah, yes. Native speakers almost always use contractions. So I would love becomes I'd love.
I'd love to meet your family.
She'd love to help with the project.
Much more natural.
Absolutely. Now, would prefer is for when you have two options and you like one more than the other.
Like choosing?
Exactly. Would you like coffee or tea? I'd prefer tea, thanks.
I'd prefer to stay in tonight rather than go out.
We'd prefer to leave early if that's okay.
So it's polite and clear about your preference.
Yes. And now the most fun one. Would rather.
Ooh, this one?
Refer, but it's often used with two clear options. And it sounds more definite.
I'd rather walk than take the bus.
She'd rather not discuss it right now.
Can you use it negatively?
Absolutely. I'd rather not talk about work today. Very polite way to decline.
That's so useful.
And here's a fun fact. There's a popular game called Would You Rather.
Oh yeah. Would you rather have superpowers or be super rich?
Would you rather live in the mountains or by the beach?
Would you rather eat pizza every day or never eat pizza again?
That's too hard.
See? It's a fun way to practice would rather.
Exactly. And all of these, would love, would prefer, would rather, make your English sound so natural and fluent.
I'd love to see that movie. I'd prefer the window seat. I'd rather not drive in this weather.
Perfect. You sound like a native speaker.
This is amazing. So much personality in these expressions.
And the best part? They're easy to use once you start practicing.
All right, everyone. Let's do a quick vocabulary review of the key would expressions we learned today.
Yes. We'll go through them one by one with examples, so you can really feel how they work.
Ready? Let's go.
Number 1. Would like.
This is polite English for want. Use it in formal situations, restaurants, shops, or work.
I would like a glass of water, please.
I'd like to schedule a meeting with you.
Would you like to join us for lunch?
So much more polite than I want.
Number 2. Would love.
This is for enthusiasm, when you're really excited about something.
I would love to travel to Italy.
We'd love to have you over for dinner.
She'd love to hear from you.
So warm and positive.
Number 3. Would prefer and would rather.
Both are for preferences, but would rather is more direct and often used with two options.
I'd prefer tea over coffee.
I'd rather stay home tonight.
Would you rather fly or take the train?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Perfect for expressing choices politely. Number 4. If I had, were, I would.
If I had more money, I would travel the world.
If I were you, I would take that job. If we had more time, we would visit the museum.
Perfect for daydreaming and what-if moments.
Number 5. Would, past habits.
For storytelling and nostalgic memories of repeated past actions.
When I was young, I would play outside every day.
My grandfather would tell us amazing stories.
We would spend every summer at the beach.
So beautiful for sharing memories.
And that's it. 5 key would expressions.
Practice these every day and your English will sound so much more natural and fluent.
Let's keep going.
All right, Lily, before we wrap up, let's do a final summary of everything we covered today.
Yes, a quick, clear review so everyone remembers the main points.
Ready?
Let's go.
First, we learned that would is all about feeling. It's softer, more polite, less certain, and more thoughtful than direct statements.
Yes, it creates space for imagination, conditions, and politeness.
Second, we explored would for politeness, making requests, offers, and preferences sound gentle and respectful.
Would you help me? Would you like some coffee? I'd prefer tea, thanks.
Third, would for imaginary and hypothetical situations, dreaming, wishing, and what-if scenarios.
If I had more time, I would learn guitar. It would be amazing to live by the ocean.
Fourth, would as the past perspective, looking back at what people thought, promised, or expected.
He said he would call me. I thought it would be easy. She told me she would be here at 8.
Fifth, would for past habits and storytelling, painting vivid, emotional memories of repeated actions.
When I was a child, I would visit my grandparents every weekend. We would laugh for hours.
Sixth, would for expressing opinions softly, being thoughtful, humble, and less imposing.
I would think that's a good idea. I wouldn't expect them until later.
And finally, would for preferences and desires. Would love, would prefer, would rather.
I'd love to. I'd prefer to stay. I'd rather not, thanks.
So you see, would is incredibly flexible and natural.
The key is to practice it little by little in real conversations.
Don't worry about perfection, just start using it.
The more you use would, the more natural it will feel.
And soon, you'll be using it just like a native speaker.
All right, everyone, now it's your turn.
We want to hear from you.
Let's practice would together with some fun questions.
Ready? Here we go.
Question number 1. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Think about it. Where would you choose?
Write it in the comments. I would go to.
Share your dream destination with us.
Question number 2. What would you do if you won $1 million?
Ooh, fun one.
Would you travel, buy a house, save it? Tell us.
If I won $1 million, I would.
Question number 3. When you were a child, what would you do during summer vacation?
Memories.
Share a sweet memory. When I was young, I would.
We'd love to hear your stories.
And finally, question number 4. Would you rather live in a big city or a small town?
The classic would you rather question.
Tell us your preference and why.
I'd rather live in because.
So go ahead, pause the video, think about these questions, and write your answers in the comments.
We read every single comment, and we love hearing from you.
Plus, practicing would by writing is a great way to learn.
Don't be shy. Share your thoughts.
All right, everyone. We've reached the end of today's lesson.
Thank you so much for spending these 25 minutes with us.
We really hope would feels clearer, easier, and more natural now.
Remember, you don't need to memorize all the rules.
Just listen, practice, and use would little by little in real conversations.
Even one sentence a day makes a huge difference.
So keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are how we learn.
And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, please like the video.
It really helps us create more free lessons for you.
And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Beginner English so you never miss a lesson. Speaking of which, Tom, what's our next episode about?
Should I tell them?
Come on, give them a hint.
All right, tomorrow we're diving into slow English listening with shadowing practice.
Ooh, that's going to be so useful.
So many learners mix these up.
All right, friends. Thank you again for learning with us today.
Keep smiling, keep speaking, and remember,
English is easier than you think.
see you in the next episode.